Welcome back to Fortune Cookies, and we are here continuing our series on conduct readings. Now, these are readings for the royal family, the surviving royal family, and just we're doing some taking a peek at how they should conduct themselves. This is how I do my readings for my private readings when individuals call me up and they say, hey, I hate my job, I want to apply for another one, or I want to stop being a firefighter and I want to go and be a clown in the circus. Like we can take a look at whether that's a great idea, possibilities for those choices in the future. People can reach out to me and ask, how is my marriage going to be if I marry this person? Those kinds of things. I never tell people, no, don't change jobs, or no, don't marry that person, because there's always free will and things that we can do to improve a less than ideal situation. And sometimes we can find that out through tarot. So I hope you have been enjoying the series this week. I am trying very hard to be respectful to the royal family as they are in mourning, and to our British people and Commonwealth folks as all of you are in mourning. Honestly, the entire planet is in mourning right now because of the tremendous reign of the late Elizabeth II. So this really is a pivotal historical time. As a student of history, it is really a remarkable time to be part of such an impactful event on the rest of the world. So we have covered William. We have covered Camilla. We've covered William, Prince of Wales. We have covered Camilla, Queen Consort, and we have covered King Charles III, and we have covered Catherine, Princess of Wales. I think I have it right. Today is Sunday, September 11th. Not sure when this is going to be posted, but we are going to look at Harry next. So buckle up, boys and girls. This could get bumpy. So for everyone so far, I have done the messages from heaven. So I think Harry can use all the messages that he can get. We're going to get a message from Diana for Harry, for what he should do, how he should conduct himself. And then we're going to go into the tarot cards and we're going to look at a little bit more. So, all right, here we go. Again, if it's your first time here, thanks so much for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe. I hope you stick around. And if you're a repeat offender, thank you for supporting my channel. This is the best part of my day. I really do enjoy it. I love being able to counsel people and offer advice and offer a different approach to decision making, and try and help everybody find some happiness. So, all right, we shuffled the cards. Let's see what Diana has to say for Harry. Oh, so this is interesting because Catherine got the same card. It's about decluttering. Hold us in your heart, but not in your home. It is okay to declutter. Interesting message that he got. Same one as Catherine. Catherine was from the Queen, though. Harry is getting a decluttering message from his mother. So perhaps it is time to truly let those wounds heal. So let's take a look at how Harry should conduct himself. Now, this reading, again, it's Sunday. It's almost 6 o'clock, East Coast American time. I don't know what order I'm going to post these in. I don't know if I'm doing it in order of recording or if I'm doing it in order of significance. Maybe I'll do it in order of recording. But we just had the walk on the mall, and there was a lot of conversation about it. As far as I know, there's no detail about where he was today. I was at a wedding all day, And now I'm in my basement schwitzing because our air conditioner is broke again. Looks like we're getting a new one. Unless some of my psychic healer friends out there want to send some healing energy to my air conditioner. We're sweating over here. And it's rainy and muggy on the East Coast right now. So, all right, Harry, how should you be conducting yourself? So, asking how he can help is key. This is our Ace of Wands here. How can I help? Rather than asking, how will you treat me? How do you want me to conduct myself? Now, this is very contrary to what we've seen from Harry. There's been, people call him the petulant prince, and it's foot stamping and all this nonsense. Um, Whether or not that's true, he needs to step away and to conduct himself in a manner of service to the royal family. Now, this isn't to say to subjugate himself to being a loyal subject of the royal family, but almost a veneer of that. He needs to offer his hand in service, not step to the situation with I deserve, I earned, I am. He should say, what can I be? How, in what capacity can I best serve you? And I think that that's a great thing for him to do. I think that will take him very, very far. Keep in mind, we are just talking about Harry now. We are not talking about the couple unit. We are just talking about Harry. This, the Ace of Swords is my electronic communications card. Being that this is in reverse, this is shut it down. There is no electronic communication. Stop talking to the world. Stop broadcasting. Hole up in the castle, hole up in Frogmore Cottage, hole up in a building where people can't get to you. Put the cell phone down. He needs to put the cell phone down. Put the laptop down. Stop trying to talk to the world. Stop trying to counter the image that has been out there, and let the people, I know they hate these guys in the gray suits, but let them craft the image for you. You really need to do that. It honestly is the only way that you're going to salvage any scrap of a reputation at this point, because the world is in reverse. Now, the world is the ending and moving on to another phase. And when the world is in reverse, that is a one-way door. That is a door that is slammed shut and locked. And it's funny because that was one of the images that I had gotten when I was doing another reading privately, not recorded. And it was William closing the gate and dropping down that ginormous piece of wood into the clips on the big wooden door. It was pulling up that drawbridge and closing it. Harry was on the other side. And I think that really, I don't think that he is very welcome back. I think that what we saw on the mall with them greeting the mourners, I think that was, hey, this is, where he should be. And intuitively, I do think that William, I know everyone's talking about this olive branch, olive branch. I do think that William reached out and said, you belong there with us. So you should be there with us. And let's do this together. Now, I'm not speculating, whether they had intended to have their own walk on the mall, as has been discussed in some of the news outlets. We don't know that. Hang on. It's really good water. So I think this was a situation where William said, "You do belong there." And I don't know if William was influenced to say that, if he was encouraged, if that was something that the gray suits or the sovereign had suggested to him. But at this point, I think he needs to conduct himself in a manner of, how can I serve? How can I best serve? What is the best course of action for us? Now that we've seen him on the mall, we're going to see him at the funeral. So everybody can just kind of put that to rest. I don't think Meghan's going anywhere. I'm curious to see if those children are going to show up. I said it about not the Well Child Awards. I think I did a reading, and it was either the event on Tuesday or Thursday. I had said that, I think it was the Thursday one, which obviously we didn't have. I think I had said that they were going to come out with a baby or come out with a child. And there is some rumblings today about possibly number 3 on the way. We're going to get there. But I think, saying, how can I serve best? How can we be as unobtrusive as possible? I do think that him and Meghan will be part of the funeral. At this point, they've shown their faces. They've had them out with the Prince and Princess of Wales. They're going to have to continue down that line. This is a situation where, they're going to have to conduct themselves in that manner. They can't go backwards. So you can't put, what is it, the cream back in the tube or something like. You can't do that. So we're going to see, I think, a wrapping up of this, and I have predicted that before, well in advance of the passing of the Queen. I predicted that once she would go, that the situation with the Sussexes would become very, very different. Uh, you know, the will and the inheritance that is going to be afforded to everyone. I don't think we're going to hear too much about that. Just like when Prince Philip passed away, I don't think we're going to hear about the monies that are distributed. But I think that I did do a reading, and I think that there's going to be much less for Prince Harry. Part of the inheritance was getting more titles bestowed on him, those sorts of things. I believe William is now a billionaire, I believe, and he now has a prison and something else in his land holding. So William Prince of Wales, William Prince of Wales. He has a prison, and he also has some other thing that was highlighted in an article. But I believe he is worth $1 billion now. So I think Harry is missing out on all of that. He is seeing this. He's not in a detrimental situation right now. If he is at Frogmore, he is well cared for. He's fed. He doesn't have to worry about paying the electric bill. He doesn't have to be worried about, maybe paying for the Uber Eats. I don't know. I guess he would still use his Uber Eats application. And I don't know if they have Uber Eats in England. But 6 of Cups, here's our nostalgia card. So doing okay. Seeing things that are not afforded to him and looking back in time. So these are things that he should be doing, and these are things that I do think he is doing right now. I think he is looking backward and going, geez, what's next? So before him, intuitively, I do see a big blank white sheet of paper, yet to be drawn upon. What should he do? Let's take a look. And to be sure, private readings, again, I never tell someone, leave him, he's a jerk. quit your job, go live on an island. I never tell anyone that. It's very irresponsible. There's a great deal of responsibility that comes along with being a seer or a psychic or tarot reader or spiritual advisor, however you want to describe yourself. There's a great deal of responsibility. And you can't just tell people, yeah, here's your lottery tickets, go and play the lottery and quit your job. Doesn't really work that way. But you can tell them how to conduct themselves to, again, have the optimal output. So what should Harry do? What would be the optimal thing for him to do? How can he right his path? How can he make his life better, make his life richer, make his life more happy? Because Lord knows he looks super miserable. Stop talking. Knight of Swords in reverse. The Hermit. Stop being a loner. Page of Coins. Stop trying to build your own empire. The Hierophant. Lean into your community. Remember what you've lost. And the Emperor in reverse. You are not in control. You have to understand that you are not this mover and shaker. You're not making $1 billion. You're not going to build an empire. What else should he do? Knight of Coins. He needs to understand his financial situation. He needs to understand that he is in very much danger of not being able to sustain his life. Eight of Cups in reverse. So not leaving the situation for something better, not seeing the escape hatches, not seeing the ways that he can get out of this. And the Knight of Wands in reverse, still not being able to get that spark and get things going. And 10 of Wands, this endeavor is going to be too much too soon before he knows it. So we're going to look at the relationship. And I'm going to close. I'm going to be like Popeye. I'm going to look at the cards with one eye. Ugh. And immediately I'm hearing Let It Go from Frozen, which, by the way, fun fact about me, I've never seen the movie Frozen, even though my name is Anna. Nine of Wands, protect yourself. Queen of Cups, make that judgment. King of Swords. The Fool. So Nine of Wands, protect yourself. Queen of Cups is even-handed emotional person. This is someone who offers good counsel for emotions. This is not Megan. This is not Megan. Intuitively, I know this is not Megan. King of Swords. Whenever I read for Harry, I always get William as King of Swords. When I read for William on his own, I get him as King of Cups. I always get Catherine as Queen of Cups or Queen of Wands upright. Always, always, always. So I think he really needs to sit down with them, and he needs to really hear what they have to say in this spirit of how can I serve? How can I serve during this funeral time? How can I serve? Asking them, how can I serve? I think speaking to them separately, I think Catherine is going to really show him what a stable relationship wife looks and feels like. His current relationship is very volatile. There's a lot of passion in there. And that's not to say that that's a bad thing, because sometimes when there's a lot of passion, and I'm genetically a lot Italian, so there's a lot of passion there. when there's a lot of passion, there's no mistaking the emotion that's going on. But sometimes, and I always complain about this, we have, the misfortune of knowing some individuals who think that being dissatisfied with the services of restaurants or hair salons or nail salons or whatever, being dissatisfied and over the top vocal about it is a sign of discernment and high class. Like, you just don't accept crappy service. um you know I think he's getting a healthy dose of that at home. Let's just say that. And I think that Catherine is an antidote to that. I think he will see someone who embodies grace and is someone who has come from nothing. I believe she came from a bit more than Megan, but I think that she is the key. Catherine is the key to bringing him in, and I hate to put that responsibility on her, but it really, she is the key. So, King of Swords, William will offer him some advice. Whether or not he will take it, I don't know. This Fool in reverse is very, very reckless. This may be an unchangeable destiny for him. He may go careening into the future without heeding any advice from anyone. So, really, that's what we've got there. End of the story for him. End of the story. What is our last piece of advice? Sloppy shuffle. Hashtag sloppy shuffle. Heart of the matter. The Chariot. You need to move, Harry. You need to move. You need to do things that are different. Don't run in those same ruts. What I see are big fat tires that are just spinning in the mud through ruts, back and forth, back and forth. You need to move. If you're doing the same thing over and over again, it is time to get out of the truck and tra-la-la elsewhere. So there we go. There we go. So he needs to declutter. He needs to let it go, let it go, let it go. So I do hope that you all have enjoyed that. I was a little bit worried that was going to get a little intense. And honestly, I want you all to know, like, I really do try and read as impartially as possible. I'm trying to read the cards as inductively as possible, and then letting my intuition come in, because that's one of the things, people, when you get readings for give readings to the non-believers, they often are like, oh, well, you overheard me saying that, or my friend who knows this, that, and the other thing about me. And I really try and explain the cards as I go through the reading so that they can understand that I'm not just like utilizing information that I possibly heard from someone else. That's kind of silly. Like that, I'm not snake oil. I'm not selling snake oil here. But I could use some oil for my ends. I need a trim. My hair is looking a little ratty in this crazy weather that we're having over here. But with that, I'm gonna put a little selenite on our deck here. I've got some other stones that are cleaning them out too, and we're gonna move on to Megan next. Now, just remember what I said. This is Sunday. I'm doing these readings on Sunday. I'm not sure when I'm gonna post them up, but let's see what happens. I think we're going to be in for an interesting week. I think we are going to see Harry and Meghan a whole lot more with the family. So, which I think is not a bad thing. I think, we need to keep them as close as possible so we can keep an eye on them. So thanks so much, everybody, for being here. I hope you have a great day. Please like, share, and subscribe.